Yo, what's up guys, Dezo here, and today we're going to be comparing Jon's army with Daenerys' army. In my last video, I stated that Dany's army might be destroyed by Euron's army, or a good portion of it, and Dany might need to go to the north and ask Jon for help military-wise. I then said that Jon would offer her his army as long as she fought in the Great War with him, the Great War being against the White Walkers. And there were people commenting saying, Dany's army is so big, why would she need help from Jon? In another video, where I was talking about how Littlefinger was probably going to betray Jon and Sansa, I stated that this betrayal could be something like Littlefinger taking away the support of the Knights of the Vale, and people were like, well, the North has their own army now, they don't need the Knights of the Vale. So I'm going to clear this stuff up right now. So first, let's take a look at Daenerys' army. I'm going to take these numbers straight from the wiki. So Daenerys' military consists of 3 dragons, 100,000 Dothraki cavalry, 8,000 Unsullied, 2,000 Second Sons, who are staying in Meereen and not going over to Westeros, 200 ships from the fleets of Astapor and Yunkai, and 100 ships from the Iron Fleet. So total they have about 300 ships to carry 108,000 people. This number actually comes to about 360 people per ship, not including the regular crews for the ship. It also doesn't have a number for exactly how many Ironborn are there. The number of Martell and Tyrell ships and crew were not included as well, so I did some math and some estimations to hopefully balance this out. I increased Dany's total army by 25% to give us 135,000 infantry. I also doubled her amount of ships to 600. That would make it 225 infantry per ship, or IPS as I have it. Euron plans to have 1,000 ships in his fleet. Yara and Theon did not take all the ships, so Euron had a little bit more, and he certainly has had time to build up to 1,000. The timeline in Season 6 has been very vague. In the last episode alone, the Tyrells sided with Dorne and Daenerys and sent their navy all the way from Highgarden to Meereen. So let's look at this map. Highgarden is way over here. Olenna needed to get word from Dorne to Highgarden, and then have Highgarden send their ships all the way to Meereen. This probably took about 3 to 5 months. If Daenerys is planning on going to King's Landing right away, that's probably another 3 to 4 month trip. Euron has all this time to build a fleet and meet her somewhere in the middle. If this battle ends up happening, Daenerys only has about 27,000 useful men and 3 dragons. The Dothraki and the Unsullied are basically completely useless for ship-on-ship combat. Daenerys will most likely win because she has a lot of plot armor, but she probably will lose a great majority of her army. We have to remember that if Euron has 1,000 ships, he almost has double of what she has, and it is said that he is one of the greatest navy commanders alive. The wiki says the Lannisters have 60,000 men if you combine all the houses that are sworn to them. So this is why Daenerys would need help from Jon. The wiki says that the North has the 20,000 Knights of the Vale sworn to them, and about 800 survivors from the Battle of the Bastards, which also is enforced by all the other great houses. We have to remember that almost every fighting man in the North was fighting at the Battle of the Bastards, and a lot of the Northern army died during Robb's War. This is why the number is so small. So Jon only has 20,800 men. This is why if Peter Baelish takes the Knights of the Vale away from Jon, Jon is only left with 800 men, and this is why that betrayal against Jon and Sansa would be so huge. The North could never defend themselves against anything. So for the sake of this video, let's just say Jon keeps the Knights of the Vale somehow. If you combine Jon's army and Daenerys' army plus Daenerys' dragons, they could easily defeat the Lannisters. But that is only the case if they fight the Lannisters before they fight the White Walkers. Season 7 will certainly be interesting, and we really don't know which way it's going to go. If they're going to fight the White Walkers before Daenerys goes for the throne, or if Dany is going to go for the throne before they fight the White Walkers. So I really just wanted to put this into perspective for you guys, because a lot of people were confused about army sizes. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Leave a like on this video and subscribe for more Game of Thrones related videos. There's a playlist to all my theories and discussions for Game of Thrones in the description below. Feel free to check all those out as well.